I found your next waifu, I think. Now, in the world of anime and manga, the term waifu is like a sacred treasure, binding us to a fictional character whom we romantically idolize, detached from the bounds of reality. So, when it comes to selecting waifus, I care about their personalities as much as I care about new-gen Marvel films. Yes, I give absolutely zero fucks about them. Personality? Who cares? As long as she's smoking hot, sexy, and has thick thighs that could crush my skull, she's making it onto the waifu list, no questions asked. So if a girl is a hot mess with more red flags than books in a library, I'd just pretend I'm colorblind. But if I decide to engage all my brain cells and consider their personalities, when it comes to selecting a waifu, I would think of someone like Rias Gremory. And I think most of us can agree on that. And if you don't, then you're wrong. She's beautiful, sexy, confident, calm, kind, has an M cup, can cook, and is rich as hell. Not to forget she sleeps naked. Seriously, straight perfecto. Now let's switch gears to the manga world. If I keep going on about Ria's, YouTube might just slap me with a demonetization seal. But if Al and I become a married couple, Sora is being approached by a random girl in an unholy manner. The girl said, "You're not going to resist, right?" 'Cause after all, she bought him. With a mischievous glint in her eye, she added, "From head to toe, you're all mine." Sora blinked, trying to process this surreal situation. Did he accidentally wander into a cheesy romance novel or something? To understand how we got here, we need to rewind the clock a couple of hours earlier. Sora is a 15-year-old boy who dreams of having a trouble-free job. He uses this as motivation to study hard, and his efforts pay off when he passes the entrance exam for a prestigious high school. Finally, a ray of hope. Getting into a good high school means a shot at a top university, which in turn promises a stable future. Life might just be turning around for Sora, but of course the universe has other plans. Just as he starts to feel relieved, his doorbell rings. Sora opens the door to find two burly men with grim expressions. They look like they walked straight out of a gangster movie. "We're here to collect your parents' debt," one of them growls. Classic. Sora sighs, already sensing the doom. "How much did they borrow this time?" he asks, hoping it's not as bad as last time. Spoiler, it's worse. 50 million yen, the second guy says, nonchalantly as if talking about the weather. "We want the whole amount back." Now Sora's jaw drops. "That's impossible," the two debt collectors exchange bored looks. They clearly don't care about the nuances of impossibility. "All right, kid, you've got two options: either get exploited to death on a fishing boat overseas or become someone's plaything." Decisions. Both options are nightmare fuel. Sora stands there, paralyzed by the horrific choices. Before he can even process what's happening, the two guys grab him and drag him away. Sora's normal high school life was flashing before his eyes. Just yesterday, his biggest worry was passing exams, and now he's contemplating a future on a fishing boat or worse. As the debt collectors drag him away, Sora's mind races, looking for any possible escape. Suddenly, like a scene straight out of a drama, a beautiful woman appears and stops them, and hands them a briefcase with the 50 million. Sora blinks in confusion. Who is this mysterious savior? The two guys, equally baffled, ask the same question. "Who are you?" The woman doesn't even flinch. "You didn't hear me? I'm here to pay Sora's debt with that." She motions for them to take the money and leave. Not needing to be told twice, they grab the briefcase and disappear, muttering to themselves. Now it's just Sora and the enigmatic woman. She turns to him and smiles gently, attempting to comfort him. But Sora, still trying to process the whirlwind of events, feels like his brain is short-circuiting. Beautiful women with suitcases full of cash don't just drop from the sky. At least, not in his world. Sora made tea for the woman, trying to steady his nerves. As the steam curled from the cups, he couldn't help but admire how beautiful she was. In a life full of mundane chaos, this mysterious woman was like a serene painting in a hectic gallery. "Thank you for saving me," he said, handing her a cup. She smiled, a glimmer of amusement in her eyes. "It's completely fine." Apparently 50 million is just light work for her. Sora nearly choked on his tea. Light work? "Who is this woman?" she continued. Those guys were so scary, even she was a bit startled. Sora nodded vigorously. "Absolutely terrifying," he agreed. His mind wandered to all the hard work he'd put into studying, feeling like it was all for nothing in the face of such overwhelming debt. He thanked her again, determined to find a way to repay her kindness. He will return the money and ask for her name and address, but the woman shook her head and grabbed his hand, her touch both firm and gentle. She did it because she wanted to, so he doesn't have to worry about paying her back, she added with a teasing smile. Besides, can he even pay her back? Sora hesitated, saying her can't right now. She then leans in closer and closer, causing Sora to get nervous. He lets her know that she's getting a bit too close for his comfort. She starts flirting with him, telling him it's only normal to cling to the things you like. This made Sora even more nervous. Beautiful women flirting with him? That was definitely not part of his daily routine. Sora got suspicious since he never told her his name. A flicker of suspicion crossed his mind. What if she was an accomplice of the debt collectors, trying to trick him into even more debt? The plot thickened, and Sora's heart raced. The girl let him know that he didn't have to be suspicious about the money since it was clean money that she earned with her own body. When she said with her own body, unholy thoughts entered Sora's mind. Did she mean she earned it through some unconventional means? Well, it certainly sounded like a plot twist straight out of a spicy drama series. He panics and promises her to return her the money. The girl gets close to him, pushes him down, and gets on top of him, kissing his ear. As she starts pulling down her shirt, in a whisper that sends shivers down his spine, she reveals that there's one thing she wants from him. She wants him to marry her. Sora's mind reels with disbelief. She knows that it's impossible for Sora to return her the money, so he's just basically something she bought. If only a gal like her could sweep me off my feet too. She hops on Sora's lap and slowly starts unzipping her pants, attempting to engage in a bit of premarital mischief. But Sora stops her from going any further. This guy has some crazy willpower. If that were me, I'd have turned into water like Bruce Lee said.
Be water, my friend.
To become one with the water and go with the flow. Sora explains that there are too many things going on, so let's calm down and put your clothes back on. No, Sora, why would you tell her that?
It should have been me, not him!
Well, I guess some people just have an iron will. Or maybe Sora's just terrified of child support. She's confused. Most guys would like it, so she thought maybe Sora's more of an planet enjoyer kind of guy. So she turns around, showing her level 10 GI.
It should have been me, not him!
Sora's reaction? Priceless. It's like he just stumbled upon a lost treasure map in his math textbook.
It should have been me, not him!
But for her, it's just another day at the beach, turning heads like a sailor's knot. Now that everything's calmed down, Sora wonders what she meant by, in exchange for paying his debt, he would have to marry her, or more like what kind of exchange is that? She laughs and said that she loves him, and that's pretty much it. Sora is surprised and asks why him. She explains that she has always liked him. Sora gets confused and asked if they've met before. She smiles seductively and gets excited, asking if Sora wants to know more about her. Sora gets nervous as she leans in closer and told him she'll tell him everything, if that means he'll respond to her feelings. Their fingers intertwined, and she said if that's what he wants, she'll give him anything. Again, naughty thoughts enter Sora's mind when she says she'll give him anything, but he quickly snaps back to reality and gets shy. She also calls this reaction from Sora cute. She explains that she always sees Sora delivering newspapers in the neighborhood every morning. She always sees Sora working hard without fail, even when the weather was bad, or when he had an important exam day. She was really moved by how hard Sora was working, which motivated her to do the same. Sora is a bit confused that she loves him just because he was a hard worker. Sora wonders if what she's saying is even true, but he went with the flow and told her if they were going to get married, maybe they should date first. She laughs and says that's a good point. She then gets shocked that Sora still wanted more reasons why she loves him. Perhaps I am not your type, she asked. She went into a state of panic, thinking she was indirectly rejected. Sora quickly corrects her, explaining that that isn't the case. For him to be able to marry such a beautiful girl is like a dream to him. The girl gets excited, but Sora explains to her that it was not worth it to marry someone like him. After all, he still had debt, and no matter how hard he worked, he still wouldn't be able to earn that much. She explains to him that it isn't like that. If she were to give up on him just because of money, she wouldn't even bother to come here. She picks up the acceptance letter from Mayo Academy and told him that getting accepted here is really impressive. And he did all that while he was also working a part-time job. She then tells him again that she likes him, including the hard-working side of his. Sora was flattered. No one has ever told him that they love him that many times and praised him as much as she just did. His life until now has always been unfortunate, He was struggling with financial problems, and on top of that, his parents left him. He gets guilty because he was suspicious of her in the beginning, when in reality she just loves him. Sora apologizes and explains to her that he can't give an answer right now because he doesn't want to say things that he doesn't mean. The girl took that as a rejection. She smiles painfully and apologizes for causing such chaos for him, but she told him that she's not giving up, and she'll eventually make him fall for her. As she was about to leave, Sora quickly grabs her arm and explains to her that he just wants some time so he can come up with a sincere reply to such an important thing as her feelings. He wants to take things step by step and slowly get to know her more. She asks, does that mean he's going to marry her? Sora gets shy and replied saying after taking the proper steps. The girl screams out in joy and hugs him. Sora gets nervous as her massive milk cannon blasters are pushed against him. She found that the way Sora thinks about it so seriously makes her love him even more. After so much physical contact, Sora quickly moves away and asks for her name. She apologizes and introduces herself as Luna. Sora came into Luna's house. He was shocked to see such a big, luxurious home. He asked, "Is this really your home?" Luna smiles and said, "But from today onwards, it's our home." Sora almost faints from hearing this. They treat themselves to a nice dinner to celebrate Sora moving in. Luna was tired after all that happened today, so she suggests they head to bed early. Sora agrees. But we all know sleeping isn't the only thing they're going to do in bed. Sora feeling lazy to go back to his house to grab other things since he only brought his essentials. But Luna got that covered, and she had also canceled Sora's house contract. "When did you even do that?" Sora asked. She said she did it while he was sleeping, and she had also asked his parents for permission, so everything's fine. Sora gets shocked because even he can't contact his parents. She even told them that she was going to marry their son and she will cover all the payments, but that's not it. She also bought them a trip around the world. Sora, feeling exhausted, after his shower he went straight to the bedroom. He checked around the room and lay down on the soft bed. He then recalls the moment he said those cringy things to Luna. He starts getting embarrassed by his own actions. As he was rolling around in bed, Luna enters the room in her pajamas. She turned off the lights and sat beside him. Sora gets more and more nervous as she moves in closer to see if he's asleep. She blows into his ear, which got him to get up. Upon seeing Luna in her pajamas, Sora's thoughts were all over the place. Luna encourages him to come over to her side of the bed, but Sora denies it. So Luna is going to go to him instead. Sora gets shy and obeys her. Luna grabbed onto his arm and they both lay down. Sora starts sweating. Sora compliments her shirt. She said she even had something cuter in mind, but she chose to wear this one because she can flash Sora. Sora starts panicking again. She seductively asked if he want to touch them. But Sora, with 10 million power in Rise of Kingdom, manages to calm himself and pulls her shirt back down. They both calmed down, and Luna held Sora's hand and explained to him how happy she was when he agreed to marry her. She thought she must look pretty shady when she bust into his house and asked him to marry her. They intertwined fingers, and while Luna is getting emotional and expressing her feelings, all Sora could think about is how soft and smooth her hands are. Luna told him that when Sora took her confession seriously, she felt something in her chest squeeze, whatever that means. Luna then gets on top of Sora. Sora starts panicking because his willpower was not strong enough for this. Luna leans in to kiss him, but as they got closer, Luna quickly aborts her mission. She was trying to make a move on Sora, but she got embarrassed. Having Sora's face so close to her made her blush real hard, but at that time, that wasn't the only thing that was hard. Luna got back to her senses and apologized for what she did. Sora, still in a state of shock, wonders if this is going to happen every day. But he realizes that school is starting soon, so he told Luna that once school starts, their day-to-day life will change. Luna totally understands. Sora wonders what she's going to do when he's not here, but Luna said don't worry about that, because from spring onwards, she's going to be his classmate. When school started and Luna walked into Sora's class, he was surprised that she actually went to his school. And not only that, she was also in the same class as him. Luna's really good at fitting in, and she's already part of the popular girl group. Suddenly, an intimidating figure appears and asks the two NPCs who were sitting near Sora to move because he wanted to sit there. The NPCs quickly gave up their seats and moved somewhere else. Turns out it was Sora's friend from middle school named Subaru. Subaru asked Sora what's wrong since he looks worried. Sora explains his situation with Luna to Subaru. Subaru gets shocked and worries that she may be an assassin sent to collect Sora's debt. But to be honest, the only thing she's collecting is Sora's V card. Sora explains to Subaru that he doesn't think she's a bad person. Subaru said, "Maybe she was touched by your consideration for others, because in middle school no one would approach him except for Sora." But their conversation gets interrupted by Luna walking up to Sora and apologizing for not being able to come to school together. She suggests that they both go home together, but before Sora could reply, he overhears people chatting and wonders why Luna would be talking to this random guy. Sora quickly got up and pulled Luna to somewhere private. He apologizes for being so abrupt, but Luna got excited that it was just the two of them. She then puts Sora in a leg lock and hugs him. Sora blushes and asks her to let him go, but she insisted, saying that it's fine since no one was around. Sora then asks her to keep their relationship private at school. Luna demands a reason for this. Sora explains to her that she's a popular girl and she stands out, and he fears that he might cause trouble for her when everyone finds out that she's married to him. Luna gets frustrated over the fact that they can't be lovey-dovey at school. She starts breaking down because she even got into the same class as him so they can do semi-unholy stuff together. She even thought about them being praised as the perfect couple in school, but her dreams are shattered because Sora wants to keep all that stuff private. Luna quickly got up and thought that living a reserved life wouldn't be so bad, actually, because doing so will reduce the chances of other girls falling for Sora. She then agrees to Sora's proposal. Sora is shocked by how quickly she changed her mind, but Luna was still bummed out about this. Sora thought that maybe he was overthinking things, so he allowed them to have a moderate amount of physical contact. Sora explains that since they're now a married couple, it wouldn't be fair if things were only one-sided. Sora's kindness made Luna love him even more. She also thought it was super cute of him. While Sora was with Luna, he compliments her that her uniform looks really good on her. Luna was pleased upon hearing this. Sora explains that he has only seen her in casual clothes, which gave the vibe of an adult, but now that he sees her in her uniform, he realizes that they are indeed the same age. Yep, you heard that right, they're the same age somehow. I can assure you that Luna has the most normal high school anime girl build. Luna asks if they should wrestle tonight in her school uniform. Today marks their first weekend after school started. Luna invites Sora out for lunch, and oh my. You can't possibly tell me that she's the same age as Sora. She suggests they go for pizzas, but Sora says, "Nah fam, let me cook." He felt guilty because they were always ordering in, and he can't afford to pay her back, so he thought he should at least help her with the chores. Luna gets super excited at the thought of being able to eat Sora's home-cooked meals, but she suggests cooking with him since they'll be more like a married couple this way. She got too excited she didn't realize that her Mario and Luigi are pressing against Sora. Luna apologizes and went to get changed to start cooking. She came back wearing nothing but an apron. Sora was shocked to see this. She asks if he wanted to see what's underneath. "If you look from behind, you'll probably know the answer," Luna said. Sora blushes at the thought of seeing her from behind, because he knew if he did that, he'll be able to see her lips. And I'm not talking about the one on her face. More naughty thoughts enter Sora's mind, causing him to look like he just got hit with unlimited void. Luna took off her apron, revealing that she was just wearing a swimsuit, but this still didn't make the situation any better for our boy Sora. She said that Sora's reactions are just so cute that she wants to tease him even more. Sora quickly told her to put her clothes on so they can start cooking. Sora got really excited after seeing all the ingredients Luna has at her house. Luna asks if he likes to cook. Sora said he didn't really have a choice because before he had to make use of whatever he had. Luna smiles at him and told him that next time they'll have to find a nice apron for him. Sora suggests they make beef stew. Luna said she'll start by cooking the rice. She starts adding the rice and she also added some grape juice. Who let her cook? Even Sora thought so. He said she made poison. He concludes that someone rich like Luna probably didn't do much cooking, but he was scared to correct her because he thought this might have annoyed her. As Luna was trying to finish her drink, she spills it all over her melons. Sora quickly came in and cleaned it for her. Sora continues to let her cook and leaves the salad to her. Once the food was done, Luna ate the beef stew and thought that Sora was some kind of genius to be able to make such an amazing stew. Let Sora cook. Luna said the rice is doughy and kinda nasty, but the stew is fantastic. She came back to her sense and realized that the rice and salad were done by her. She starts questioning her cooking skills, but Sora was shocked that she was just finding out that she can't cook. Luna felt bad because everything would have tasted so much better if she didn't help at all. Sora disagrees as he forces himself to eat her cooking and attempts to say nice things about the meal to make Luna feel better. Luna loves the fact that Sora is trying so hard to cheer her up. Sora explains to Luna that having a meal like this is great, since it makes him happy to see how much Luna is enjoying his food. Before, Sora used to always cook by himself, so getting the chance for the both of them to cook together is a fun experience for him. He also added that it's only normal for a married couple to help each other with what they struggle at, and he wanted to repay Luna in every way he can. Luna brought her finger up to Sora's mouth to stop him and said she'll be happy if he can call her by her first name and not her last name. Sora gets shy and calls her Luna-chan. Sora and Luna have gotten a bit more used to living with each other. They came up with a list of chores and goals. This makes Luna really happy because it reinforces the fact that they're living together even more. Luna stops and looked at the list again and realized that there's something really important missing from the list. Sora surprised and thought, what could they be missing? Luna reveals that it's when, where, and how long they flirt. She explains to him that it's really important because Sora has always been turning down her advances. Honestly, props to my guy Sora for having such strong willpower. Sora came up with the excuse that he wouldn't want to do any irresponsible things to her. Luna grabbed his arm and said, "But didn't you say that it wouldn't be fair for demands to be one-sided?" Sora starts sweating and realized that he had made a big mistake. Luna says, "Isn't it also an irresponsible act for a husband to ignore his wife's overflowing desires?" Luna explains to Sora that skinship is a completely normal act for a married couple. Sora thought that maybe she's right. So they came up with a plan to get used to flirting by incorporating skinship in their daily lives. Sora starts getting nervous, but Luna explains to him that once they get used to it, it'll be easy peasy. Luna opens up a list a couple should do to increase their intimacy sent by one of her friend. The first step was to hold hands. Luna thought this was an easy task, but Sora couldn't say the same. Step 2 is to hug each other. Luna gave Sora a smug look as she told him to come and hug her with all his might. Sora builds up his courage and went in for it. He realizes that Luna is pretty soft, but he starts panicking again once he realizes that her milk cannon blaster was pushing against him. Luna smiles and hugs him back. She then laughs at how awkward Sora was and said that it was really cute. She calls him a good boy and they went on with step 3, which is to kiss. Luna turns her cheeks to him and waits for him. No, not her cheeks down there. Sora asks if he was doing it on her cheek. Luna teases him saying, "Were you planning to kiss my lips?" Once again, not the one down there. Sora quickly took back his words and leans in closer to her. He starts admiring Luna's facial features and starts getting nervous. He wonders why she's so unfazed by this. He thought, could it be that she had a boyfriend before, and thanks to her past experience she can toy with a boy who still has his V-card like him. Luna gave him a sly look and said maybe kissing is a bit too fast for them, so she suggests they make it their next goal. But before she could finish her sentence, Sora quickly went in and kissed her on the cheek. He admires how soft her cheeks are and apologizes for doing it so suddenly. It was so sudden that even Luna was surprised by this. She then continues to laugh at all of Sora's reactions, but Luna was also blushing really hard from this. Sora thought he had made it this far, so he'll keep going. He asks Luna for the next step, but it was for them to wrestle in bed. Luna teasingly said she wouldn't mind this, but Sora, being the man of God, he denies this. It has now been a month since they started living together. Luna is super happy because everything is going smoothly, or so she thought. Lately, she feels like there's something off about Sora. The other day, Luna invites Sora to go home together, but Sora said he had to help the teacher with something, so Luna told him that she'll just wait for him then. But Sora insisted and prefers her to go home first. He assures her that he'll be back before dinner and dashes away. Luna gets sad because they used to go home together every day. Sora. The other time Sora said he'll be going to the library to study, Luna wonders if she should join him. Sora again insisted and told her that she's already smart and he wants to be alone to focus on his studies. She said it feels like Sora is trying to distance himself from her. She explains she understands that alone time is important, but her woman's senses are tingling, and feel like Sora's hiding something. She thought if she should follow him in secret, hire a detective, or attach a GPS on him, but she stops herself and said she wouldn't do that kind of thing anymore. She thought maybe she was just overthinking things, but just as she was about to stop thinking about it, she overheard her friend breaking up with her boyfriend because he thought that she was doing too much on their dates, and it was too intense for him. Honestly, such an L guy. Luna then starts thinking that maybe she was also too intense towards Sora. Luna starts getting worried and thought, if Sora didn't like it, why wouldn't he just say so? Luna sadly looks out the window and wonders what should she do about this. She then remembers that when they decided on their daily life rules, Sora said he would do as much cleaning as possible. She thought, could it be that Sora also went inside her room? If he did, maybe that's why he's been keeping his distance. Could it be that he found out about that thing? What could that thing be? If you guys want to know, comment for part 2.